converted vitrectomy.
Start. So in this interesting case, the unforgiving detachment vitrectomy is severe chronic macula of retinal detachment. You've got a pseudophakic patient with a chronic retinal detachment. And as you see here, the retina is being watched through the wide-angle vitrectomy viewing system, a contact one. And you see we approach the retina at the very periphery, avoiding the vessels so that you don't get hazy media. You see that subretinal fluid is just coming out, and due to the retrieval of the subretinal fluid through the retinotomy, and now straight ahead I'm using perfluorocarbon liquid to let the retina flatten. So as you see here, the macula looks pretty good. And you see I'm starting the laser superiorly. The retinotomy is flat, so it seems to be attached all over superiorly. And as you approach the nasal periphery, you see some retina is elevated. And by doing the laser, you've got some break. As you see, the laser is quite powerful. In this case, I surrounded the laser, the hole with the laser to avoid subretinal fluid from getting in the retina, inside subretinally. And I'm doing a barrier laser all over the inferior periphery. But you see that nasally now it's lasered, inferiorly is lasered as well, superiorly as well. I'm putting one more row of laser. Media is very clear. Again, back to the wide angle system, you see the whole thing seems to be attached, and the macula looks pretty good. But I'll keep doing more treatment. As you see here, you have, even though the perfluorocarbon liquid is there, but you see very inferiorly, you see retina is detached. So it's imperative to use, to do more retinotomy, actually avoiding these vessels that we avoided firstly, to avoid any retinal bleeding. And you see that the meniscus of the perfluorocarbon liquid avoids the retina from lifting up. And also you gotta do that very slowly and gentle to avoid some perfluorocarbon liquid from getting inside subretinally as well. And now since another retinotomy was performed, I'm still doing that temporarily because you see the retina is elevated. You'll have to go very close and flush to the retina without aspirating the perfluorocarbon liquid. Of course, you've got now this retinotomy very flat, sitting on the inferior retina, inferior wall of the eye, the choroid. And what to do now? So another row of laser ought to be done here. As you see, you've got one row more posteriorly, and now I'm doing another row, one or two rows anteriorly, at the very edge of the retinotomy. So in this case, you have two laser barriers. The advantage is that you've got this circumferential protection of the retina. So after everything is healed and the laser is pigmented, it's not gonna lift. And you see, you complete the retinotomy now, and the laser, I'm doing the temporal laser as well. The retina is sitting flat, so it's easy to do the laser by now. But you see that some elevations here, the retina because of the perfluorocarbon, the proliferative vitreoretinopathy, the retina is quite elevated temporally at this site, and of course you gotta protect the retina with some rows of laser to break the force of the retina and its contractions due to the PVR. And using the 23 gauge cannula, I'm going to proceed with a direct perfluorocarbon silicone oil exchange. I'm going to do that very slowly. I put a clamp at the infusion line, as you see here, and with the wide angle system. You've got some air bubbles in the anterior segment, but it's not a problem because as soon as the silicone oil comes in, this air is gonna be put to the side. So you see the whole thing, the macula is pretty attached. And I said it's very slow. You start at the periphery and then you remove all perfluorocarbon liquid under a very good visualization. And you look at the optic nerve, the most dependent part, and you remove all perfluorocarbon liquid, as you can see here. Very slow. So by looking very close, it's better because you see the details. You don't miss a bubble of perfluorocarbon liquid, and you put some air in the anterior chamber, and that's all. The retina is pretty attached. I think this is a very good case. So when to proceed, more or less. So this is the case, and I want your comments on that. Thank you very much for your attention.